If Super Mario Run wasn't your style, if Animal Crossing Pocket Camp wasn't your cup of tea, if Fire Emblem Heroes was just too much RNG, Nintendo may still have something left on mobile for you. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from Switchforce. Gabe is here, and let's get right into it. On a strategy call about their upcoming plans for 2018, Nintendo revealed that they have Mario Kart Tour for mobile phones in the works and hitting soon, coming sometime in fiscal 2018, which means in between April of this year and March of next year, we're getting one of the biggest Nintendo franchises of all time on mobile devices.
Yes, this is definitely bigger than Animal Crossing and Fire Emblem. Mario, it's its own beast, but I'm curious to see how this is going to work, even just monetization-wise. Like, how are they going to make money off of this, right? Because they sell Mario Run, right? But a lot of their other apps are free, and I wonder where this one is going to fall.
I think it very much depends how hardcore or how traditional they take it. If they're going to bring a tried and true Mario Kart experience to the phone, then I think you can sell that and sell that like gangbusters. Many of the handheld Mario Karts have been received insanely well and subsequently sold insanely well. Super Circuits, my personal favorite, back on the GBA. People really enjoyed 7 on the 3DS. There's a lot of good Mario Kart action on the handheld space, and now taking Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the go with you, Switch style, is super fun. This could be mega, though, because, again, it opens up a franchise that is traditionally, and it always has been, exclusively Nintendo systems, now for just about everybody, if they are willing to give us a full Mario Kart experience. I do worry that, like Mario Run, like Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, and like Fire Emblem Heroes, what if we get something where we just like bet on racers, or we just outfit the carts and then they automatically go? To me, that is very plausible.
Yeah, but it's barely Mario Kart then at that point, right?
Sure.
So I don't know that they'll do that. I guess the question is, do they still do like online? Like, how much of a difference is there going to need to be between this and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Because we can already take Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with us.
Yes. I think it will be a simpler experience, and I hope that it is one that is not marred by microtransactions. People are already tweeting about, oh God, I don't want to pay $2.99 for a blue shell. I don't want to have to, get item crates that then include banana peels and red shells and things of that sort. It's a little bit of a dicey scenario. Nintendo, in their official tweet, said the checkered flag has been raised and the finish line is near. A new mobile application is now in development, Mario Kart Tour, releasing fiscal year ending March 2019. Now, I don't know if mobile application versus mobile game, that just might be their weird wording, but when they say checkered flag has been raised, finish line is near, to me that evokes that we're actually going to be the ones racing. You think this is a motion-controlled racer where we're tilting the phone? You think it's on-screen buttons? What's your prediction?
I mean, honestly, it could go either way. I don't spend a lot of time playing racing games on mobile, even though, we know that there's a bunch on there. Probably what I would want is on-screen buttons. I feel like you can have 2 buttons, a drift one and a go one, basically. And, well, you would need a third one for items. I mean, that's pretty simple, right? You can get that going.
Yeah, in theory. A couple people have mentioned, what if they end up doing sort of a CSR racing style where you're just building up a garage and then you can race against, bosses, which would be, Bowser and Waluigi and things of that sort. And you're, again, merely making the carts and then sending them sort of out to battle with very minimal control. I think it really is kind of a 50-50 split. I think going full-on Mario Kart with mobile would be a really big way to make some noise. Mario Run was a very successful game. I think it didn't have as much legs and is not as much of an evergreen title as they were kind of hoping for, as it is a very simplified version of the traditional 2D Mario game. I think if you bring Mario Kart to mobile, given that you've already sold 7+ million copies on Switch, you don't have to really worry about, this eating into that. I think you could price this thing aggressively at $10 and sell a bunch. And giving people the opportunity to race online via iPhone, via Android. Now Nintendo, and one of their biggest franchises, is open to just about everybody. On the flip side, does that dilute the specialty of having Mario Kart exclusively on Nintendo consoles?
Yeah, a lot of unanswered questions. it's going to be interesting to see how this goes, because if they do price it aggressively, like you mentioned, then they have to cool it with the microtransactions. I feel like the microtransactions only work for games that are very low barrier to entry, more often than not free. Fire Emblem Heroes and Animal Crossing being good examples. So if you do something like Mario Run, then you're going to have to temper that part of the monetization.
Absolutely. Or it goes in the complete opposite direction. It is free, and you RNG and loot box the heck out of it. You get, new racers, you get new carts, you get new decals, you get new outfits. You really could go gangbusters. It is the perfect game for that sort of a system, and I feel like it would be eaten up. Mario Kart has such appeal, and given how popular it was on Switch, it still is on Switch, bringing online action would be kind of a game changer, because I feel like there still is a decent amount of traction for all three of their mobile efforts, but I don't necessarily know that they've had their mega hit. I know Mario Run, again, made a lot of money for Nintendo, but I feel like this could possibly be bigger. Do you take anything from the name Tour? Do you think anything about, taking your cart and sending it out to go and battle other people on a tour? Or do you think it's just a nice name that isn't going to infringe upon the main series?
Yeah, I think it's the latter. I think it's just a cool little name that doesn't necessarily mess with what's come before and what is coming in the future, because I still feel like we get Mario Kart 9 on Switch at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, no time soon, but, it's a thing that's going to happen. So I think it's more that, and I don't know, just easy to name it something like that for iOS and Android.
I absolutely agree. They say they'll be revealing details when appropriate, so I would expect E3 to include that. We also know there's a Zelda game in development, so if mobile for Nintendo in 2018 means Zelda and Mario Kart, that would be impressive. I know there are a bunch of fans of the first three offerings, not including the failed Miitomo, but to me they haven't appealed to in the way I want, right? As a hardcore gamer, as someone that's obsessed with Switch, they have not appealed. I would love to see Mario Kart Tour be the first to do that and be the first to give us a really true Nintendo experience. I just wonder if the entire point of this mobile effort is to not do that, is to not provide a true experience, but rather provide a gateway experience that then gets people to eventually buy a Switch and eventually buy 8 Deluxe.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that transition happens, but it's cool that the game is coming relatively soon, within a year.
Right. I mean, I think this is something you drop around the holiday season. I think it's a big deal. I feel like it's far bigger than Fire Emblem and Animal Crossing. And, is there a chance that this is bigger than Mario Run game? I know that Mario himself, obviously, He is Mario, so he, in theory, would be the biggest, as we saw by Odyssey selling so many. But given that it was like an auto runner, do you think if this is a true Mario Kart, it has a chance to one-up Mario Run?
Do I think that there's a chance that it gets a green mushroom, Zach? Yeah. I hope so, right? If there's more to this game, if it's a little bit more complicated, there's online multiplayer in some fashion, yeah, I think there's a chance.
Yeah, we know that towards the end of 2017, they announced that Mario Run shipped or was downloaded over 200 million times, but Nintendo has never been that pleased because a lot of the players ended up not paying for the rest of the game. You could sort of download almost like a preview or a demo and then would have to pay through to play the rest. So they weren't so happy with that, as they expected it to be this billion download biggest game ever. It got so much promotion via Apple and via the iTunes Store. Maybe Mario Kart is a chance for them to take the cake, to go back to the castle, grab that cake from Peach, and not only make a boatload of money, but make a bunch of fans very happy with a really tried and true experience. We will keep you guys updated if there are any more details. Again, I think this is something that definitely comes in at E3. I think it's an E3-worthy discussion, an E3-worthy trailer. Regardless of what kind of game it is, people are going to be very interested, and I think it's going to demand a download just to see what's up, no matter the case. But let us know in the comments down below what you think of the announcement and what you hope Mario Kart Tour will be. If you got any interesting theories, interesting ideas, interesting game concepts, if you have something about Mario Kart Mobile that you've always wanted, let us know in the comments down below. You got any weird ways this could be structured, or any other mobile racing games you think it could compare to, let us know. Thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest from the Switch and Mario Kart Tour as the details are revealed. Until that time, for myself and Gabe, thank you so much. We love you. Switch Force, out.